for help when we need it, like desperately, when we've fallen down to the depths of the pit, and we just quit. But actually, the best business owners that I know in the whole wide world ask for help when they don't particularly need it, when they don't particularly think they need it. When their business is actually going well, they get that extra help and that support, because sometimes that gets them into shifts where they're able to take it further. You're watching the Stable Business Podcast. I'm your host, Jenny Bush, and I'm here to chat all things equine business with a new episode every week from me or the best in the biz. Now, before we get started, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell to be notified when a new episode drops. So today I want to talk about the myth of self-made success. And it's not just in equine business, but it's in all sorts of businesses, and actually what sometimes that does and how that damages our businesses. And this was something that I struggled with, and it's probably one of my key lessons from my previous business, which if you've listened to the podcast a while, you'll understand how technically I closed the business with a lot of debt, and I felt a failure for a long time, because part of the reason that happened to me was because I got into the mindset of not seeking help, not asking for help, into that mindset where you just think, do you know what, I should be able to do this on my own. I can't ask for help, because if I ask for help and I get a coach, or I ask for help, they'll think that I'm stupid, or they'll see the holes in the backside of my business and go, oh my goodness, she's got no idea. Or if I ask for help, it shows that I'm not good enough. Or if I ask for help, it shows that I'm not capable of figuring it out on my own. And we can't often solve a problem with the mindset that creates it. We have to learn to shift that mindset to be able to get out of it, because otherwise we just can't build the businesses that we want. And at the time, I just wasn't ready to face that issue. And sometimes when it comes to business, we have to be open and vulnerable and willing to learn and willing to make those mistakes and embrace the fact that actually those failures can teach us things. And I want to share some of that from sort of my experience, but also to help you to overcome this. Like, if you are stuck in that thing where I need to be a self-made success, I can't ask for help. We need to break that, because ultimately it could damage your business. And there is a level of vulnerability that comes with admitting that you need help in business. It's the hardest thing to say. And actually, sometimes we think that when we ask for help, that we only ever ask for help when we're at our lowest, or we only ever ask for help when we need it, like desperately, when we've fallen down to the depths of the pit, and we just quit. But actually, the best business owners that I know in the whole wide world ask for help when they don't particularly need it, when they don't particularly think they need it. When their business is actually going well, they get that extra help and that support, because sometimes that gets them into shifts where they're able to take it further, they're able to scale, they're able to do stuff. And it works in the equestrian world as well. Like, if you think of all the best riders in the world, they've got coaches, they've got teams, they've got support, they've got guidance. And it's the same in your business. Have you got somebody that's going to guide you? Have you got the support that you need? Have you got the team behind you? And if you haven't, what can you do it? Because you don't have to go it alone in your business, because actually going it alone on the self-made route is probably the most vulnerable thing that you can do. You're setting yourself up for vulnerability. So sometimes it's actually less vulnerable to ask for help, to get that support, to go, right, this is what I want for my business. How are we going to get there? I need some help. I need some shifts. I need some holding me accountable. I need some ways to make sure that I don't fall into those mindset pitfalls that we all have from time to time. We do. We all have them. It's not just me. It's not just you. We all have them. So it's so important to seek that help, no matter where you're at. I've got clients who are at 6-figure businesses and they have coaching with me every single month. I have clients who are still yet to make their first £2,000 and they still get the help. It doesn't matter where you are in the journey. It just matters that you've got what you need. So I'm asking you that question. And while I'm doing it, I'm apologising for my guinea pigs squeaking in the background, because yes, it's winter and I'm sharing the office with the guinea pigs. So it does make an interesting podcast recording. so get that help. So I want to say also, like, sometimes we can then talk ourselves, I can't have the help because I can't afford it. I can't have the help because what comes up for you when you ask that? Is it, oh, I can't afford it? And yes, okay, coaching with me is going to set you back £5,000 if you work with me for the whole year, 1-to-1. That's a lot of money. That takes a lot of investment. Part of the reason is because I want you to show up and actually do the work, which sometimes means you have to set the price high enough to show up and do the work because you don't want to lose that money. But if you can't afford that, there are options to you. There are always options to you to get the support that you need to ask for that help. So you could just go and join the Equestrian Business Support Network. You could consider doing a group program. Like right now, we're about to, as I'm recording this, it's happening tomorrow, but this is going out on Wednesday. But it's November, and I'm running the Nail It November Mastermind. So that's a whole month support and help with me, and I'm off. I don't do these for a lot of money, so it's just £21 for those that got in on the early bird. For those that didn't get in on the early bird, it's more. It's 47. But you get a whole month with me, and you get support, and you get live Zoom calls, and you get everything. There are ways that you can get that support where you're at now. Where you're at financially now, you can still invest, and you are worth the investment. You are really worth the investment. If you want to take your business further, it really, really matters. So I hope this little short, sweet episode helped you. And I want to just invite you, if you're thinking, do you know what, actually, yes, I'm going to get over myself and I'm going to get what my business needs. And it does matter like where your business is at the moment, whether you're at that stage where you're just starting up, whether you're starting to grow and you've got a few wobbles, or if you're actually scaling. And again, you're going to find new wobbles and issues. And we spoke about this in the last few episodes when I covered New Level, New Devil. There's always that something that comes up. So from that space, it's like, if you're thinking, do you know what, I'm going to take this offer, I'm going to get the support, reach out and get the free consultation. If you head to jennybush.com, you can book in a free call with me today and we can get started, and it's not going to cost you anything, and I'm actually going to help you. Like, it's a coaching call. It gives you an opportunity to try it on for size, to see how you can see it fitting in your business. We can talk about how I can work with you and my programs, whether that's Stable Foundations Hub Plus or Stable Foundations Hub Pro, and I can give you the support that your business needs. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Do let me know, and I will see you really, really soon. Take care.